Here, now let me give you one key factor that makes this kind of key you in on this. The family that moved in is African American. Okay? Right. So, what do you think he's doing?
Racist.
Why you think that?
Well, she's always been prejudiced about against pretty much anybody that's not Hispanic.
Yeah. Well, I got a feeling he's just trying to get back at these people because Susan ran off with that guy at McKinney.
Yeah, that too. You know Susan's pregnant.
Oh, you're kidding!
She's supposed to be having her baby in September. But the guy she's with, I guess, is like super abusive.
Yeah.
And she's too afraid to leave him.
She's terrified to leave him?
Yeah.
And guess what I'm seeing right here? I'm standing outside this lady's house, and I'm looking back, and I see your sister walking right up against the fence, trying to figure out what's going on over here.
Well, you know, they have every right to be there. They moved in. They're not causing any problems.
Right. And they.
Why the hell did he call the cops on them if they're all they're doing is moving in?
Well, you know how how he is. You know he's just trying to raise suspicion with everybody in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's true too.
Yeah. Remember when Tony was there? Tony Poole lived next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a hard problem with that too.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, he's just gonna have to get over it. They got the window open upstairs on the second floor, and I bet you he's got his tripod sitting there with his iPad on it. Yeah, he called the cops and said these people were throwing things over his fence and everything else. And that's it. I know. Anyway, hey, I'm gonna finish my conversation with this young lady. All right, nice. And I'll try to give you a call later.
Okay, sounds good.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, it don't surprise me, hon.
All right.
Because it was that same way pretty much when he was in Oregon, so, yeah.
Okay, bud. All right, we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Hello everybody, this is Key Jen for Planet of the Fakes Breaking News Channel. I am bringing you a story that is ongoing, and this is personal. This is my particular story of my journey from leaving where I lived for almost 40 years, moving to a place, and another place, and another place, or shall I say another municipality, over and over again, experiencing different things in certain areas, and then landing where I am right now and coming to a standstill. And the first fucking night that I get there, the cops come twice. We get harassed by a neighbor and accused within 5 hours of arriving here. The man that is standing there speaking is the property manager for the place where, or the business where I am at. Now, it took him a minute to get this place together, and the reason why I'm bringing this to you is because of the first incident. We get here, my girls and I don't see anything. My husband and son are in transit on their way to us, and nothing happens. You know, we're here, we're chilling. I'm trying to hurry up and kind of decorate so they could feel like it's a little homey. And what ends up happening is we hear some noise, and cops knock on the door asking if our young, which is like 10, 11 o'clock, asking if our young was outside. No. Did you catch him? No. And then he apparently looks. I'm not present for this because I'm like, what? Yeah. So he leaves. He sees my husband's putting together a futon with my son. These are two grown men, seen by another grown man, and he leaves. Then my husband and I go to walk our dog in the back of our backyard, and there's all of a sudden some ruckus with some dogs, and we had already noticed that there's a dog problem, a canine problem, where they're just running rapid and they have ticks on them. This is before we moved in, just days before that. So we already knew, the doggy's gonna be out and about. Gotta keep our doggy away from him so he don't get any ticks himself. So my dog wanders off. My husband decides to go get my son and tell him to go get your dog because we didn't realize that the fence needs to be put together on the other side. So he goes, my son, and my husband and I are still standing out back talking about what we're going to be doing to our backyard area to make it more to our likeness. All of a sudden we hear some walking up, not dogs, but a person walking up from the backyard adjacent from ours. And the man holds up a tablet and he's like, blah, 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 blah. I got you on tape, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, who is he fucking talking to? I'm like, okay. You got us, oh no. And he said, y'all were throwing things. And I was like, I'm not even answering that shit. So I'm looking at him, my husband and he and my son. They exchanged just brief words. My husband says, go call the cops. And I was like, what? He's gonna call the cops? Okay. Then they see that light comes on. Okay. The light is on. So the light's on up there on their house, and a few other lights come on, and I'm like, oh God, whatever. And I realize I'm standing out there by myself, like, fuck you. And my husband's like, I thought you were behind me. Get in. Can we get it out? So I was like, I'm not about to be here and be scared. I did not come all this way to come to a place that is my space or whatever. He could film whatever the fuck he want to film. What the fuck he gonna end up seeing is some shit he ain't prepared for with me. Okay? Not realizing that for myself, I wasn't really realizing that it was about to turn into what it is now. My husband and I are in the house, and everything's whatever. We don't give a damn about him. I did tell my husband. I was like, he's gonna call the cops, so be prepared for it. And not even 2-3 minutes later, there's boom, 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 and this is 30 minutes after the bullshit. I was just like, this was to go down. You gotta remember that. He was like, huh? And then knock on the door. Same police officer, he says. I have not seen this person because I don't fuck with the police unless I'm fucking with the police, and I'm not. So my husband is, speaking to him, and he's like, I could hear him say, y'all were throwing things, and I was like, no, I already knew. I needed to listen to how this police officer that I realized, wasn't he the one that was just here not long ago asking if our kids were doing this, that, and the third, and now he's saying to my husband that he saw, not the man, the police officer lies to my husband and tells him, well, I saw you on camera. Well, yeah, you're going to see us on camera because that's what the fuck we were, on camera. Okay? So then he's like, he said something about up to the fence. No, it wasn't like that. My son, he approaches the conversation at the door. I'm not in it, okay? Because I'm gathering my information. My son walks up, and this man changes his tune. This is a Hispanic man. This is a Hispanic community. I did not completely know this, but it ain't. I'm in Texas, in the lower part of Texas. So, they're sitting. My son's standing there, and he's telling my son a different story, and not accusing. It's not that accusatory. He's just like, well, there was a thing in it where he said that y'all did this and that. My son was like, no. He asked for my husband's ID, and I go, I forgot to say that. That's what happened prior. When he asked for it, I was like, he's not detained or nothing. What you did. But I wasn't thinking this is what is going on. This is happening. Girl, snap out of it. Girl, because this house had been getting ready. There is no fucking way some people are about to get a house ready, have it repaired on, the police don't see it. This is literally the second fucking streak on the second fucking, out of 5 streets. So, I'm standing there and off to the side listening, and I realized he lied to my son. And not even lied, he lied, shit like that. So he's lying, and my husband handled the ID. The only part, he didn't ask for nobody else's thing. That's how I knew. I was like, why the fuck see, a cop gonna do what he gonna be able to do, as long as you gonna let him do it. What my husband didn't realize was, or even learn from being married to me, or even knowing that I was hanging with Planet of the Fakes, and Planet was not about that shit. Those fuckers work for us. I didn't talk like that because I didn't come in contact with police with my husband in such a way. So that wasn't going to be the way I guess he learned. So he was about to learn how his wife looks into things like that. But it's always on the cusp of my husband. Husband, whatever you want to call him. But he needed to understand that cop works for him. He is, let me tell you something, nobody of influence or of good stature in their life, nobody's being a hall monitor. Okay? And that's all they are. They walls, halls, monitor. They just monitor people. Okay? They're the secretaries of the street. Okay? If you're not arrested, you ain't got to do shit. Are you here for business? Are you here doing your business? We got to move on. Okay? I don't want to talk to you. You want to have coffee or whatever? Tell me the next, day that you off, and we can sit down and have some coffee. But till then, you sound like you trying to fuck with me, because there's some other shit going on. Because they were starting to talk about some dead dogs, and people we came here the first fucking night and went ahead and did away with the dogs. Okay? Get the hell out of here. What needs to happen, honestly, in this town is that they need to neuter these damn dogs. Okay? They need to straight up cut these motherfucking balls off, get rid of the mamas. I mean, not get rid of the mamas, but honestly, go ahead and neuter them too. And eliminate the dogs, because the community is not going to care for these dogs. And if the community is not going to care for the fucking dogs, get them the fuck out of here, their problem. Or just leave whatever it is. We need to all pitch in on some flea shit and tick shit and do it as a city or a town, whatever the hell this motherfucker is. But this municipality got it fucked up when it comes to me. Okay? I'm like, okay, so what I'm going to deal with next? Now, being that this man that I'm speaking to, luckily, he's a councilman, or former councilman, but he told me this, and I agree. The mayor of this town don't want, no way, shape, or form. She don't want no black YouTuber coming to black YouTuber. Being the 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm the 3rd or 4th black, if not the 3rd black in town. And the only reason why it's the 4th is because my daughter, my other daughter's black. It's 5 of us, because my 2 kids that are half, that's a whole, and then you got my baby girl, that's black. So, you ready for this? You ready for people that are somewhat established online to go and let everybody know that you move here, you better have a certain code of skin, because although my husband is white, that man that spoke to us, he is prejudiced because his daughter ran off with a black man. And he doesn't even know this. He about to be a grandfather of a little nigger baby. Pardon my French, but that's what he's gonna say. Pardon my racialness, but that is what the fuck that man is going to. That's what he thinks of. I'm not saying that is what's going to be said about that child, because I've watched it change. I've watched a baby change. How motherfuckers that felt like these white motherfuckers this and that, and saw complete and total love and changed. Period. Be like, you want to tell that baby you hate it. You want to tell that black baby it ain't even looking at. They ain't, and I'm talking about it because they are it. They not even looking at that baby like that. That's the love and the hope and everything that person had needed to have in themselves, and that baby triggered it. You're welcome. I remember I told my daddy that you're welcome. He's like, for what? Because I probably saved a dumbass. Like I said to the man, I said, I don't fall for all that shit. I don't. When I do fall for the racial shit, I gotta get my ass up and out of it. Know why? Because dogs don't bitch at each other. You don't see no dogs going, oh no, that's a brown dog. I mean, I don't know if that's what they're thinking. I know they're not. I know they're not being fucked with. We all should be colorblind then. It should be robbed from us once we bring it up. It should be. But if you are wondering what you are doing here, you are listening to Key Jen, courtesy of Planet of the Fakes breaking news, and I'm wanting to bring this story to you, and it's gonna be going on because I'm not leaving. I'm only getting started. Like this content, share this content, check out my channel, Key Jen. Check out this channel if you haven't, and subscribe to it if you have not yet. And please hit the notification. You never know when I'm going to be uploading. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more soon. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great evening. We were talking about me moving to this new town, and I'm going to be bringing to you some more stories. There's going to be a Airbnb story that I'm going to start on my channel, and I'm going to bring it back and forth here on the Breaking News channel. What I do is media observation and reflection, and you do too. So let's go ahead and meet up next time. Y'all take care. Be well.